We are living in a digital age, and many people are starting to become digital nomads. People are starting to work from home. Even if you're coming from Western countries, you're able to work basically anywhere around the world a lot of times these days. And so a lot of people are asking who are looking to leave Western countries, be it your political views, what they're teaching kids in school, with the woke culture, whatever your reason may be. A lot of people are asking, what is a great remote work destination in Europe? And many of them are choosing Serbia, and not just anywhere in Serbia, but Belgrade and here in Novi Sad. And today I want to go through an article that is from Freaking Nomads stating Belgrade for digital nomads, the ultimate guide as to why you should be here. Now, this article is titled Belgrade for Digital Nomads, the Ultimate Guide, but I'm going to also slip in there that Novi Sad is also a great place for digital nomads, not only because, you have very similar infrastructure in both of the cities, but Novi Sad is also a much quieter place to work. There's a lot of great amenities here as well as that you'd find in Belgrade. And so a lot of people are choosing to come to Novi Sad, not just Belgrade, and being that we have the high-speed train here between the two cities, you can get from one city to the other within a matter of 30 minutes. If that's something that you're looking to do. But this article was from October 16th, and I'm going to read a couple captions here and give you my point of view as to why people are looking to move to Belgrade and Novi Sad as digital nomads. Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, is becoming an increasingly popular destination for digital nomads. The city offers a low cost of living, a rich cultural heritage, and a growing startup scene, making it an attractive destination for digital nomads who want to work and live in an exciting and affordable European city. Belgrade is known as Sin City here in Eastern Europe. It has a tremendous nightlife. And then for those that are looking for a little bit more of a tamer lifestyle, they're typically going to come to Novi Sad. We do here have a pretty good nightlife. We do have some clubs. We do have some bars that you can go out to, and that is typically all downtown, which is a great area to walk around and spend some time. But if you're one of those party goers, Belgrade is the place for you to go. Now, Belgrade and Novi Sad both have some great co-working spaces, and above all, a ton of cafes that cater to remote workers. And it's quite common to see, regardless if you're in Belgrade or Novi Sad, that you'll find people that are just sitting in there, getting their laptop out, buying a coffee, a cappuccino, whatever it might be, and sitting in there for, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it might be, and just working away. One of the beautiful things about being here in Serbia is that you can go to these cafes that have great internet connections and order a coffee, order, a bite to eat, and stay there for a couple hours and just chill and work away. Where in North America, typically you're set to a limit of 45 minutes, or you're going to have the waitress coming after you finish your meal or your drink. Can I get you anything else? Can I get you anything else? Can I get you anything else? Almost giving you that, idea, hey, listen, if you're not going to buy anything from here, you might as well leave. Where here, if you buy a coffee, you're going to get that coffee and they're going to leave you alone. You're pretty much going to have to wave down the waiter or the waitress to come and get you your bill or get you something else to drink or to eat, and they'll just leave you alone there. And the one thing that I really notice here in Serbia is the cafes and restaurants and bars, wherever you're going to work, the atmosphere is beautiful. They actually have decent, comfy chairs. They actually decorate the place really nicely. They're very clean. They're very friendly. And again, being the most important thing is the internet is very good here in Serbia as well. And then this article goes to say that the internet connectivity has a well-developed and modern telecommunication infrastructure with fast internet connectivity, which is something that I touched on already. Why do digital nomads visit Belgrade and Novi Sad? Well, first off is the affordability. And so, for example, in Belgrade, you can typically get a one-bedroom apartment for 800-900 euros a month. Here in Novi Sad, you're looking anywhere between 300 to 500, depending on where you're looking to rent. But for cities that I came from, like Toronto, you're looking of upwards of $2,000 and up, which is like 1,700 euros for a one-bedroom apartment, and a lot of that does not include your utilities, your internet, all that type of stuff. You also have like Vancouver, which is the most expensive city in Canada, not to mention the United States, such as Los Angeles and New York, which again, those areas, Toronto, Vancouver, New York, and Los Angeles, you have a huge drug problem there. You have a large homeless problem there as well. Here, you don't see that here in Serbia, which again, if you are someone with little people or children, should I say, makes it a lot more appealing to raise children here. The healthcare accessibility and cost here in Serbia is a lot more affordable, especially the private healthcare system. The private healthcare here is great. You have low cost and you have very little wait times. And yes, in Canada, we have universal health care there. But again, if you're going to go see a specialist or something, you're waiting 6 to 12 months to go see a specialist in Canada. If you're in the United States and you don't have some sort of insurance there, you're going to be stuck with a $30,000-$40,000 bill for an emergency room visit, or God forbid you're delivering a child in the United States with no insurance. I've seen some bills, $25,000, $30,000 just to deliver a baby. Imagine the burden on that. We used a public health or a private healthcare hospital here in Novi Sad and to deliver a child, and they were great. They were about $5,000 Canadian to have complete A to Z service, and you had your own private room, you had your own private team, you had real food that were delivered to you, your child was taken care of, you had a very great high quality of service, where in Canada, United States, the horror stories that I hear from people that are coming here, it just makes you wonder, why are people still thinking that these legacy brand countries such as Canada and United States are so great, when in fact they are a deteriorating society. The work-life balance here in Belgrade and Novi Sad, or all of Serbia, is a lot different than the work-life balance you have in North America. In North America, you live to work, basically, where here people work to live. And so the cafes are always busy. The social life and leisure is very emphasized here, where in Canada, you don't have that. It's basically, sleep, get up, work 12, 14 hours, travel an hour just in one direction. By the time you get home, you're burnt out. You might have to take your child out to some of their extracurriculars, whatever it might be, and you're done. Here, you work a few hours, you're able to go out and socialize with the people. There's a lot of great cafes here, not only just for Serbian people, but a lot of these cafes and restaurants and bars, they speak English as well. And a lot of Serbian people, believe it or not, speak English here very fluently as well. Mind you, they might be shy and say that they don't speak English very well, but In fact, that they do, and they're very knowledgeable. They're very, educated compared to what people are like in North America. The cultural richness and history, that's another thing that brings people to Serbia. There's a lot of historical landmarks, museums, and cultural events for digital nomads to immerse themselves in, where United States and Canada, they're relatively younger nations, and they don't have that much history when it comes to them. And so, you can see that just simply by the architecture here in Serbia. Everything's just beautiful when you're walking around. Also, in my opinion, and some of my Serbian viewers might push back on that, is that we have less bureaucracy here when it comes to work regulations. Not to, I know we're talking about digital nomads, but you see it just simply when it comes to the construction sites. You don't see people wearing hard hats, vests, all this PPE, and all this other stuff. Thing that people love here is the climate. In Canada, it's quite often that you see minus 40-degree weather there. Here in Serbia, you're lucky to see minus 10 here in the winter, and that's Celsius for my American viewers out there. And if you don't know the difference, you might just want to type that into Google to see the difference. And so Serbia does have 4 distinct seasons here, but they're much milder than what you would experience in Canada or northern United States. And so, especially if you're like in Ontario where you're around all the lakes, you don't have all that lake effect snow like you here in Serbia, like you do in Ontario. Those are a lot of the reasons that people and digital nomads are coming to visit Serbia. And loving the life. We've worked with a number of individuals. We've had one that came from California. He's a website developer. He just came here. He said, listen, I've had it with the politics, especially in California. I'm just going to set up a business here, obtain my temporary residency, and live here in Serbia, and still working to make that US dollar, and use it here in Serbia, and put that money into this society here instead of that failed society in United States. And a lot of the people here in Serbia, the younger generation that are seeing that there's a digital life here, are actually remaining in Serbia, seeing that they can still target the North America markets and then generate that North American money and live quite comfortably here in Serbia as well. And if you're one of those people that are contemplating, hey, listen, should I come to Serbia? How do I make that work? If you're a digital nomad and you have some sort of online business, you can simply come here and set up a business and get your temporary residency and start working here. And that's something that we help people do with when they come here at Relocation Serbia. The other thing that people love here in Serbia is the public transportation. It's very cheap. It's very easy to get around. And that's not only to say that that's a taxi system, but they have a really great bus system and tram system in Belgrade as well. And of course, all the various places that you can stay. So we have hostels here, you have various Airbnbs, you can rent apartments from owners. There's so many other places, and there's some great websites that you can find that at. And if you're interested in moving over to Serbia, I will leave a link to our website down in the description where you can get onto our mailing list for that relocation guide that will be coming out in the next month. Hopefully you got some value out of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.